Hello, 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 everybody. It says we are live, so that is perfect, perfect, perfect. I am going to try and keep my whole situation together. I'm going to try and keep my whole situation together here. But we are live. So, for those that do not know, my name is Lakaya. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you send me a hey. Put hey in the comments if you can see this, all right? I will let's see. So there's a couple of people. There are a couple of people who are joining us. I'm so excited for this, y'all. I'm gonna just say that. I am so excited for this. So make sure you follow, make sure you put hey in the comments. Hey Karen. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm gonna add my first guest. So that is who is hosting with me. Her name is Candace. She is a really good friend who is in the cryptocurrency space with me. So for anybody who, if you came over here from TikTok, put TikTok in the comments. If you are just my IG follower, go ahead and put that as well. But let me see if I can get her on here. I am going to add her. Let me see. Hold on one second, y'all. We are going to invite works. Let me see if I know what I'm doing in these Instagram live streams. Let me see. There you go.
Yes.
Hey. So I haven't done this
Hey,
in a while, so I'm
I
glad this
know,
worked.
right?
Awesome,
I'm
awesome,
like
awesome.
trying to figure out these filters and stuff.
Hi, is that Candace Cherie? Nice to meet you too. Hey, everybody. Make sure you all follow. I don't know where you all are coming in from. If it's my page or Candace page, I'm not really sure, but we are glad that you are here. So we're not going to even we're not going to be on here very long. We just want to answer some really important questions because me and Candace were talking and we were just like, we're getting a lot of the same questions. It seems like there's a lot of fear around, the cryptocurrency space and it's like, well, I mean, we can give them our input and what we know and, talk to people about the importance of, navigating this space in a stress-free way. Hi, Monda. How are
I know
you?
they
That's one of our Women in Wealth. How do we say that? Club members? Like we are all in an amazing
one of our wealth
community.
members,
One of our wealth members. Yeah.
our wealth partner.
But yeah, and I tell people about this all the time, like how important it is, especially when you're talking about cryptocurrency, to be in a good community, because trying to navigate this space by yourself, it can just be a lot, right? It can just be a lot. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to introduce myself a little bit, then I'm going to introduce Candace, and we're going to get it started. We have a surprise guest that's coming on a little bit later. I'm so excited for
Me
this.
too.
I'm so excited. I am so excited. So for those that do not know me, my name is Lakaya. I am a psychotherapist. So I have been doing therapy since about 2016. And I just do a bunch of stuff that way. That just gets me going, helping people to elevate themselves in their mental, emotional selves so the rest of their lives can be better. So that is my sweet spot. I have another page, but I don't talk about it that much on this page. I mostly talk about the cryptocurrency on here. But yeah, that's what I do. I've been in the cryptocurrency space for about 5-ish years now, around the same time as Candace. And just been learning and earning ever since. I tell people I am not like the end all be all because I think everyone is still learning in this space. I
Mhm.
I really am passionate about saying that because so many people can get intimidated when they hear people say like, oh, I've been in 5 years, 9 years, whatever it is. And I just want to tell everybody we all still learning, y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But again, that's why community is so important. So that's me. I am Lakaya. So with Miss Candace here, like she is an awesome human being. And she has been in the cryptocurrency space for about as long as I have, but she is an accomplished finance and accounting professional with more than 17 years of experience, y'all. So more than 17 years of experience. So this is somebody who knows her, first of all, knows her numbers. Second of all, someone who understands the importance of financial literacy, someone who obviously understands the importance of diversifying where you put your money. And of course, that's why, and she could talk more about this. I'll let her talk more about this of why she got into cryptocurrency. But that's a part of it, diversifying where you put your money. So with that, I'll give it to you, Miss Candace. What got you into crypto?
I think it's just, I feel like crypto is like the people's currency in a sense, and it gives you control and ownership of your money. So with the way that the banks are, as me and you were talking about how when you put your money in the bank, people think like that's still their money. And it's really not your money anymore. It belongs to the bank. And again, as we've learned, because we've been in these spaces, they trade your money in the foreign exchange market in the middle of the night, and you never know that unless you're involved in this space and in these types of communities. So learning all of that and wanting ownership of my money, that's what got me involved in cryptocurrency. And it's seeing the potential and the volatility of it in a good way on the upside, because a lot of the cryptos that I personally got are still on the upside because I got them at such a good price. So like you said, staying knowledgeable in this space is very important. Staying connected to communities, because sometimes even when you're researching, it may not all make sense, but when you're involved in a community, they can like bring it down to a level of your understanding. You're like, oh, okay, I get it now. So that's kind of my reasoning.
Yeah, that was important for me too, because, you know, when people hear about cryptocurrency, like crypto is a part of, if you all have heard the word encryption before, like it's, you know, it kind of has, you know, ties with that word. So when you think, and then you know, think about numbers and stuff like that and technology, that's what kind of, from what I've experienced, turns a lot of people off. Hi, Dr. House. That's Candace's mom, everybody. She is an amazing, amazing lady. She is awesome, awesome, awesome. But a lot of that turns a lot of people off because they are afraid of the technical stuff. And I tell people, like, listen, when you do get into a community that breaks things down in a simplified way, in like layman's terms, where it's not a bunch of jargon, it makes everything so simple. And you know, a lot of people, like, you know, if they reach out to me and getting help with, you know, using one of the platforms that we use to passively earn in cryptocurrency, for instance, so many people, they're like, okay, Lakaya, I'm gonna take the leap. Oh, this is so scary. They're afraid to touch a button because they think it's just gonna blow up or they'll never see their money again. And then when they see how easy it is, they're just like, oh, okay.
Right.
So it's just the fear of the unknown,
Yep.
you know? So getting in a community is really, really, really helpful for that. Yep. Hi, Jinda. How are you? So you have said you got some questions from, I guess, like people that you know, like personally?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like the first, and when our special guest comes on, y'all, like we will definitely ask her some questions. She is a phenom in the NFT metaverse space. Like she is awesome.
Right.
But I guess like, and one of the questions that you had asked me or had sent me that someone had told you, like the first question that I remember you sending, you said, is crypto still popular? So what would you say to that?
I definitely think, I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it's popular, but I think it's vital and it's the future. So, I mean, it just depends on who you're talking to as far as its popularity. But a lot of times, by the time you get into something when it's popular, it's too late. So that's how I look at it. So I wouldn't, I mean, in the spaces that I'm in, yes, it's popular, but for the average person, probably not. What are your thoughts on it?
Same with you, like with what you said. But honestly, I would say if you're looking for popularity, you're more likely to make mistakes, like especially in the cryptocurrency world, because there's these things called pump and dumps. For people who don't know that, there's the meme coins or the S coins. I'm not going to say that right here, but like, yeah. So basically what that is that there's a lot of people that are chasing the hype and popularity of it. So some billionaire tweets about something and tons of people are talking about it. There's a lot of attention on it. And then when the regular person or the regular woman, let's just say that it's Women's Day. We're going to focus on the ladies today. Happy International Women's Day, ladies. But you know, they usually are chasing after that, and then they're more liable to make mistakes because they don't really understand how things work with whatever project they're getting into, you know. So I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say crypto is popular. I would say that it is very important. Like you said, it is an asset. It's a financial asset, y'all. Like that's what it is. It has been the best performing asset in the last decade. Over gold, all of that other stuff. And I love me some hard assets, right? Like, you know, like I think that other stuff is important, but you cannot I guess, miss the importance of what cryptocurrency is. It is the evolution of how we are exchanging value in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this is nothing new. Like, human beings used to exchange goods and services as a form of money.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we want to take it back into, used to exchange people as a form of money,
Yep. Yep.
like used to exchange shells as a form of money, coins, tons of things. Like, then we shifted into the, paper money, then we shifted into credit cards. Now we're in the digital age. How many of you all, and you could put it in the comments, how many of you all like can just tap your card or tap your watch or your phone to something and pay for something? A lot of us can. We are
Mm-hmm.
in the digital age. So things evolve. So if you, just understand that point, I would say,
Right.
don't necessarily always look for what's popular, because it's the boring stuff that gets people wealthy. I think Warren Buffett said something like that in some sort of way at some point. So yeah, like, we all, like, a lot of people don't even carry cash anymore, like, it's and if you do, it's probably because you're traveling or something like that, but a lot of people don't do that anymore because of the convenience. And that's what evolving means. Like, human beings, we find ways to make things more convenient, to make things more efficient, to make things more secure, all of that. And cryptocurrency is a very secure thing too. I don't know if you get questions about that, do you? Like, is it safe?
Oh yeah, all the time.
What do you say to that? Like,
Well,
how is
I'll
this?
tell you this guy, is actually my parents' neighbor.
Uh-huh.
He's like, crypto's not backed by anything, and I wanted to be like, neither is the dollar. But the gold standard went away a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't
Yeah.
realize that. They feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's really just a trust factor that when you put your money in the bank, that you're able to pull it out. It's more of a mutual trust. They don't have to give it back to you.
No, they don't. And that's an interesting point that you put, because when we talk about fiat dollars, so that's the dollar bills, the cents and stuff, the stuff that a lot of people are used to right now, that's what it's called, fiat. I think, like, if you look up, like, kind of like the Latin maybe origin of that, it just means faith. So, like, it's just our collective faith and agreement on what is valuable. So, and I had someone, I actually just graduated from a program. I'm a certified trauma of money practitioner. So I deal with the mental and emotional aspect around money, like people's relationships around money. And I remember us having a discussion about cryptocurrency. It was mostly about, I think, around capitalism and things like that. But, we had like a small break into our groups, and there was a discussion about how, a lot of people, these crypto millionaires, a lot of people have kind of turned that into like a kind of a negative thing, but they were talking about the crypto millionaires that are buying up properties in, I think, like maybe the Dominican Republic and things like that. That was somehow we got on that topic, and some lady was saying, it's like, oh my gosh, and it's all from something that's not real, And I said, well, I totally get this. No, she said something that's made up.
Oh,
And I said, well, I completely get that. She said something that's made up. I was like, yeah, you're really right. Crypto was made up by someone or someone's, just like the money that we use. That's not real. Like, we can all tomorrow decide that this wireless mouse is valuable and that I can exchange it for something that I want. If we all decide that, then this is money, right? So it's all the same. So, and I think that just plays into the, the lack of education, and again, the fear around cryptocurrency. And it sparks a lot of money sparks emotion in people. Money is not emotional, but we are. That's something I talk about in my crypto guide too. Like money isn't emotional, but people are. So that's why it's important to know the facts, right?
yes.
So I just saw our special guest hop
Yes.
on.
Yes. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So let me see. I am going to have her come on, and
You want to
then I will
introduce
give her.
her first
So
before you bring her on?
okay, so I will introduce her first. So this phenom, this young phenom, I think she's been a CEO since she was like 17, I think, like while in college,
2018.
something like that.
Yep.
And she hold on, she requested, there we go, and she has been featured in tons of publications, you all. Things from, I think the last thing she was featured in was Forbes, like Forbes Women, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I think it was specifically around this space. Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good,
you?
good. Good
How's
to
the
So
see
money
I'm
you.
going to
be?
introduce. Yeah, I'm going to introduce you all to Ari, the heiress, also known as Ariana Pierce Polanco now.
Yes.
She is an awesome, amazing woman. She is the CEO of, she's been a CEO since, like I said, her baby years. Like, we, a lot of people are, are not even thinking about, entrepreneurship and things like that, at such a young age. But she has so many accolades, her and her mom, Dr. Stacia Pierce. They are amazing people. You should follow both of them.
Yes.
Follow both of
Oh,
them.
thank you.
And what else did I want to say about you? I'm just so excited for you to be here and give us a little bit of your time.
Thank you so much for having me, both of you. I'm so excited to be here. Just getting back from an appointment, so I'm excited to be
Oh,
on
yeah.
today. Had to check on baby Polanco, so we're
Yes.
excited about that
Yes, we
today.
all are.
But I've been listening to you all's conversations so far about crypto, and I'm excited to be here so we could talk about it and go from there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I tell people, and, I don't go live on Instagram that as much as I should or as much as I used to. But when I am live on like TikTok, like a lot of people have questions around the crypto, because I tell people crypto is like more than just one thing. Like crypto is an entire ecosystem. And I tell people like, yes, I've talked about NFTs and the metaverse, and people have questions about that. And I'm like, oh no, I am not the person for this. You need to go to Ariana. She has
She has a whole course on the matter.
Yes, I don't know how many people I have recommended your, I think it's NFT Empire course too, because if you want like broken down, basics of what the metaverse is, NFTs, how you can benefit from it, how you can use it if you have your business and things like that, the importance of it, go to Ariana's page. And I think that's what you were featured in Forbes for. Is that correct?
Yes, you are correct. And let me just say, both of you guys' information and what you're doing is just absolutely life-changing. I get to personally know both of these ladies, and what they're doing is absolutely incredible with education. But you're right, I was featured in Forbes when it came to NFTs and really just changing the NFTs and crypto. So both of them, I mean, they all kind of are in the same field, like you were saying.
Well, the highlight was the queen of crypto.
Oh, yeah, the queen of crypto. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for that. But really just changing the whole idea behind it. I know the other day, and I don't want to get too far into it because I don't know if you guys, what else we're going to talk about. But people were asking me, they were saying, like, is it dead? Like, is crypto dead? Are NFTs dead? Like, is it gone? And I don't think, first of all, they can be used, like you said, in different capacities. So I definitely don't think it's dead when it comes specifically to like things like NFTs. I just think the technology is here to stay forever, but how we use it is going to change. I don't know if I can't say like, oh, maybe just the artwork is going to be here forever where people just put up their art and it's going to be the same huge, thing that it was in the past because things go through cycles. But I did hear the other day that it's rumored that Amazon is going to have a marketplace that's going to have NFTs that go along with physical products. So you can have, the digital part that goes with the physical part. So all of that is super cool. And again, like I said, I think just how we're seeing it is going to change over time because it is new. So I think there's a lot of just testing and seeing, okay, what works, what doesn't work, what's popular, what's not popular, how is it going to stay? And then, of course, in a few years, we're going to see it really boom. And of course, the earlier you get on it, the more money most of the time you make.
Right.
Yeah.
Being an early adopter, like that, being an early adopter helps you from being priced out.
I think you're kind of low, Lakaya. Can you hear it, Ari?
Am I still too low?
Yeah. It's like a little bit of an echo.
Like,
Are you on two devices?
Can you all hear me now? I think somebody tried to call me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah, but you were talking about the importance of being an early adopter.
Yeah.
And that keeps, if you're an early adopter to certain things, that keeps you from being priced out of stuff. I remember you talking about that.
Definitely.
But honestly, we're just on here to answer questions. So you all can put your questions in the question box and we'll get to those.
Awesome.
But like there's been I think what you were saying about, things are ever evolving, but, the way that we're going to use cryptocurrency, like none of us can tell you, like we don't
Right.
have a crystal ball. Like it's just about staying staying up to date, staying in the right communities. And there's different things that are happening as well. Like I think even because I think it's El Salvador, I think they were like one of the first
Yeah.
countries to adopt Bitcoin as their legal tender. And I just saw recently the president, he was basically saying like we've seen benefits from adopting crypto.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think there's something to that.
Yeah.
Like there's always going to be something new that comes along with that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the questions that you get, Ariana, around crypto now that you see the most? We're just answering questions, honestly.
Okay. Well, the one, of course, like, our NFTs kind of dead, like that one. And then another one is, why should I even invest in crypto? Like, if we're still using fiat, why should I even invest it in? There's certain people who have never even really touched it. They don't really know about Bitcoin. I've talked to someone, they didn't even know that you could create a Bitcoin wallet on Cash App. Now, I'm not saying that's the best place to get it. I'm not saying that's the best place to hold it, but I'm saying something as simple, that helped them to believe in it more when they noticed that you could get it on something like Cash App that they were using every day. But I would just, for me personally, um, whenever I see something that seems like it's here to stay, when people are talking about it, like you said, when countries are adopting it, I like to have my hand in a little bit of everything. Because what I've learned over the years is that some, like you said, and I think you guys mentioned this earlier before I got on, but when you wait too long to get into things, you do get priced out, right? And when you wait too long, it's harder for you to get it. When you're waiting for the news to give you the okay, most of the time it's gone, right? It's out of here. And one of those things that I could kind of compare it to, and now the stock has gone down, so people can actually go and get it if that's something they want to do. But I remember years ago for my birthday, I asked for stocks, and I said I really want some stocks. Mom, that's what I want. Do not get me clothes. Do not get me shoes. I want stocks. And so one of the stocks that they got me was Shopify. And this was before like people were really doing online stores. Now it's, more common, but this is when people were still afraid to use their credit card online. They were thinking that people were just going to steal from them left and right. Okay. And so it was about $50 per share at the time. And we invested in a few of those shares, got it as a gift. And during the pandemic, I mean, that share alone, one share of Shopify was over, I mean, it was high. I can't remember the exact number, but it was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So
I thought it
imagine
was over
having,
1,000.
right,
Yeah.
it was over 1,000. You're right. It was over a
I was
thousand.
like, it
Yeah, it was over a
skyrocketed.
thousand. Definitely. You're right, Candace. Thank you. So it was over 1,000. And I had multiples of those. So I'm not going to give away my whole portfolio, but I mean, like, it was nice, right? Like, this thing was nice. And the reason why I said, and now it's come back down, I think it's like 40 something dollars. I mean, the whole stock market has pretty much come down and it's working its way back up. But the reason why I'm sharing that is because sometime at the time, Shopify was not what Shopify is today. Now people believe in it. Now people are like, oh, Shopify is the number one online seller. Oh, it's awesome or whatever. But we got into it early. We were early adopters. We got into it and we were able to reap the benefits of that. Just like, let's fast forward it now to crypto, crypto, NFTs, a lot of these different things. We're getting in on it early, and I like to have my hand in that. I like to have my hand in silver. I like to have fiat dollars. I like to have all of it. So no matter what comes my way, I'm able to be taken care of no matter what. So that's really the point I was getting to. Whether it's stocks, whether it's NFTs, whether it's crypto, whether we're going to be using fiat for a long time or silver in the near future. I want to have my hands, I want to diversify my portfolio so that way I'm never stuck. And that's one thing that we noticed with the pandemic. Now we're out of it. But one thing that we noticed with the pandemic was that a lot of people were stuck because they only had one thing in their portfolio. They were trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out what to do. And when that job said bye-bye,
Right.
or they had a day at home, then they were looking around like, oh my gosh, what can I do to make more money? When you diversify your portfolio, you put your hands in multiple baskets, it's easier for you to maneuver if something were to happen because now you have options, and that's where we
Yeah.
want to be. So
It's like creating your own
exactly.
economy. So instead of just instead of, being, I guess, like succumb with a bunch of fear and things about what is
Exactly.
going to happen, like you are making sure that you're good, like
Exactly.
no matter what is happening. And
Right.
speaking of that, when you were talking about stocks like going down, and that's another thing that drives a lot of people's fear,
Yeah.
when things go down, especially when you talk about cryptocurrency. So that was one of the questions that I get. A lot of people say, Lakaya, like, and Candace had sent me that question too. I think someone asked her too. She's like, Lakaya, like, was there a crash? Like, did crypto crash? So what do you ladies say about that?
Go ahead, Candace. I've talked a lot. Go ahead.
It definitely didn't crash. I mean, it went what I'll say had a pullback. We'll
Right.
say that for those that know what that means. And even with the question of it being popular, like we were saying, once something is popular, you're getting in too late. So in like 2020, crypto was popular because it was booming. Bitcoin went up to 60,000, so everybody was getting in,
Right.
and then 2020 and 21, it was skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And then 22, it started coming down and everybody started getting fearful, as we mentioned. But
Mm-hmm.
nothing is completely gone until it goes down to zero.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin is sitting at $22,000 compared to what was that, like 5 years ago? It was like 5,000. Because
Wow, that's good.
when we got into this space, Bitcoin was like at $4,000. Yeah, it was
Definitely.
about $4,000. And they kept telling us then, y'all better buy it now. Y'all better buy it now. And it was like, that's expensive.
Right.
But now it has not come past back down to that space at all. So I'm like, so from our perspective, even with again going back to it being popular, I say, well, the spaces we're in, it is popular, but as far as the everyday person, it's not. But to answer the question about the crash, yes, it pulled back, but it's not crashing until it's completely zeroed out, which it's not.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
And for a lot of people that don't know what she means by pull back, like if you're not in the, like a lot of us started in like the trading space, so we like learn, those
Yes.
words about pulling back. And it's basically, it basically just means that the market goes up and it goes down,
Down.
like
Yep.
any financial market. So when you think about something pulling back, so think about it this way. One of the educators that I used to follow, she talked about this a lot. Like, nothing goes up forever and ever and ever and
Right.
ever. That is,
Nothing.
nothing does that, y'all. Like nothing is linear like that. So that's one of the understandings you have to have when it comes to managing your stress around cryptocurrency. Like things are going to go up, things are going to go down. That is healthy for the market to have a pullback before it goes back up. When, I don't know. I mean, there's certain things, like, especially if you're a trader or whatever, there's certain things you can look for, certain patterns or whatever it is. But it's best, like, especially if you're a beginner, to not get so wrapped up in, oh, things are going down, that must be bad. Because depending on what you're doing with cryptocurrency, you can honestly profit when it's going up or when it's
Down.
going down. You have to,
Absolutely.
again, have the right
Absolutely.
information, the right tools, and the right community to do so. And all three of us are a part of something in some sort of way to
Yeah.
where we can, benefit from that. Like and again, going back to what I was saying about, there's tons of things you can do in crypto. But what would you say, Ariana?
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. Candace hit it right on the nail. Again, nothing is gone until it's zero. And so, like you said, there are people who make money from crypto going up and down. And I've had to explain that to people, when it comes to like day trading, different things like that, you can literally get in on a sale and make money from that. If you're not in that world, then of course you're going to think, and that's okay, because I remember I was that person. I thought,
Mm-hmm.
oh, if stocks or if crypto or whatever, if it only goes up, that's how you make money. But there are things that you can do. There are, yes, I like that. Dr. Mary said, right tools, right community
I
makes you
saw that
profitable.
too.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And so, hey, Dr. Mary, but that's what happens, is that when you're part of the right communities, I know all three of us, we're a part of things that allow us to make money when it goes up and then when it also comes down. And so it's profitable either way. So it's nice. I think the basic level, of course, is, you make money when it goes up. That's like step one. Very, very
Right.
step one. That's entry level type learning how to
Right.
trade, right?
Right.
And then you start to get more advanced and your eyes are open and you say, okay, I can make money if it goes up a little bit, if it goes down a little bit, if it goes up a lot, if it goes down a lot, if it's steady, I can do short term. You start to learn all of these things. And so definitely, I agree with Candace said.
Yeah.
I,
And it's
I
and it's about the long term, That's
Yeah.
one thing that I tell people too. Like if you are looking to make money in cryptocurrency, sorry, someone's outside. Everybody outside, y'all. If y'all hear like a
Mm-mm.
motorcycle.
You're good.
um, okay. But making money making money in cryptocurrency, like think of that as a long-term
Yeah.
thing. Now, and I'm not saying like, oh, it has to be like, 40 years, you got to lock your crypto up. Like not necessarily, no, that's not necessarily like because crypto moves faster, things are different than regular stocks or whatever it is. But do not try and get in this and flip money and think you become a millionaire overnight, because most of the
Yeah.
crypto millionaires that you heard about in 2020 or whatever, that didn't happen over. They got in
No,
position
Yep.
definitely.
before
Yeah.
you heard about it. Once you heard about it, it
Then, yeah,
seemed like it was overnight,
Right.
exactly.
but it was not. So that's what
Denise, we
I
got a
tell
lot of
people.
questions coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually getting ready to look at one of the questions. So this first question that I saw is, how do you suggest people get started investing in crypto and NFTs? Which one do you want
Go
to
ahead.
take up with it?
Candace.
I mean, I'm gonna let Ari do the NFTs. To get started with crypto, definitely get Lakaya's Guide to Crypto.
Yeah.
I would say that. And I'm pretty sure in there, the first thing you can do is open up a Coinbase account, and they have videos you can watch and earn crypto for free. Actually, you don't have to put
Mm-hmm.
nothing in there.
Yeah.
So if you just want to get
Yeah.
started, get your Coinbase account. And even on I mean, I like Coinbase because you can do like reoccurring.
Hmm.
You can, I don't want to use the word dollar cost average because everybody doesn't know what that means, but
You're
but
advanced.
you can basically do like $25 a month just buying Bitcoin. Just put it on reoccurring and just keep buying it, and it's gonna keep going up eventually. So that's just the way I would suggest to just get started, just off on the entry level.
Yeah.
And I'll let Ari take
And even
this.
like what Ariana had mentioned, like Cash App. A lot of people have Cash App. Like
Yeah.
you can get started with that. Now, not necessarily, I wouldn't suggest keeping all of your crypto
Definitely
on
not.
any of these. Well, Cash App isn't necessarily an exchange, but you can buy
Yeah.
Bitcoin on it. Coinbase is an exchange. Like those are exchanges where are very, very reputable, and like I guess beneficial when you need to put your crypto somewhere. You need to buy crypto and
Yeah.
put it somewhere, or if you want to transfer it or exchange it or whatever it is. Like, so yeah, get the basics. And what I would say, there's things you can do like staking there, and that's basically where you're putting up your idle crypto, the crypto that you're not using. You can put it somewhere to where it can earn you rewards. So that's the passive structure of it. So that is something beneficial that you can do. But yeah, I talk about that in my guide. It's available in the link in my bio.
Love it.
But with NFTs, what would you say, Miss Ariana?
Yeah, I mean, there's, of course, I try not to just plug myself, but there's tons of
Please.
information that you
Girl,
can
please plug yourself. Please plug
but
yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, you can always like look up information, but I do have a course. Again, if you go to my profile and you click the link in my bio, I have different courses, and I have some that are for free, and then some that that you pay for, but they'll walk you through like the basics of NFTs or what they are, how to utilize them. Again, excuse me. Like I was saying, the world of NFTs are changing, so you do have to keep that in mind with specifically NFTs, because the way they're being used, how they're being used are different. And we answered this a little bit earlier about how the technology, I really feel like everyone needs to learn about the technology behind it right now.
Mhm.
Even if you're not necessarily getting into the market to say, oh, I'm going to put a picture up, because a lot of people think you have to be an artist in order to get into NFTs, because that's all we've heard about.
Mhm.
But really, the most important thing behind NFTs that you really want to understand is the technology behind it, because that's what's going to be used in the future. And just really quickly before we move on, one of the ways I did this was for my bridal shower.
Mhm.
So everyone that attended my bridal shower, I asked them for their wallet, their crypto wallet. and not their personal information. I just said, hey, can you send me like your crypto wallet, as if I was going to send you some, or Ethereum wallet, so that way I can send you something special. So they sent me their Ethereum wallet. And what I did was I sent them basically, like, it's called a POAP. So it's a proof of attendance protocol. And I sent them this, that everyone who came to my baby shower, in their wallet, it's almost like a sticker or like a photo that they have in their digital wallet that proves that they were at my bridal shower that day. They celebrated with me, and now it became a memory on the blockchain. That is a part of NFTs as well. So again, when we say like NFTs, we're not just talking about, oh, just selling these pictures that look like monkeys, right? That those are cool as well. But it's so much technology behind it, where now, and I'm going to do it for my baby shower. Everyone who comes, they're going to get these stickers in their digital wallets, because one thing I thought about was, you go to these showers, you get these gifts. What do? I really don't want to throw it away because it means a lot to me, but it's also collecting dust, right? So
Right.
we can give away the physical thing, but how can I give somebody something that will live on the blockchain forever and ever, to prove that they were a part of my special day? That's where
Right.
blockchain came in, and I was able to implement that. So anyway, to
I
answer
thought
that
that was
question,
awesome.
you can go to the link in my bio, and I'll be doing some more stuff on that. But that's all a part of NFTs, and really the technology behind it is important.
And I
Yeah.
just
And
wanted to say, real quick,
I was just going to move
I
to
know
the
you don't want
next
to give
question.
like
Go ahead and say
everything
what you was
away.
going to say.
Yeah, I don't even want to give everything away, Ari, because a lot is in your course. But I do want you to plug the success tour you have coming up, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
talking some crypto, and they definitely want to get
Yep.
the information that you have coming up next week.
Okay. Yes. So next week on Saturday, March 18th, in Orlando, Florida, we welcome everyone, whether you're in Florida or you're out of town. We have people from all over, even the islands. They come to Orlando, and we are going to be talking about investing. We're going to be talking about manifesting your best life. And we're going to be talking about all these things that you can be profitable. So yes, again, that's in the link in my bio. You can check that out as well. And we're excited about it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that is awesome. So excited for that. So another, and this kind of goes into what we, are already talking about, but the other question that I saw was, how do you make money when crypto goes down?
Mm.
So that goes into, you, like I said, you can do things like staking or
Mhm.
lending, or even like, and I call it like passive trading. So if you can use like a regulated platform to where, your crypto can be traded, and it's similar to, so if you have like, and I'm not saying it's the same as these things. So if you know how like a mutual fund works,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
even how like a regular savings accounts work, like, your money is not just
Mhm.
sitting there. So when you put your money into a mutual fund, a 401k, a savings account,
Mhm.
it's not just sitting there and growing. So
Right.
a lot of people don't understand that. It is something is being done to it
Right.
to where you can earn that interest over time and grow it over time to where you can use it when you need to, and usually later in life. You can do the same thing with cryptocurrency. Each of us, we use a regulated trading platform. You can get with each of us, whether you follow us or anything, like, you can DM us for more information on that. That is an awesome way to make money, when crypto goes down as well. So I just wanted to answer that question really quick,
Yeah.
just so not to overlap anything. I think another question, someone, and we kind of got at this one too, isn't cryptocurrency currently low right now? According to us, no.
Right.
Not compared to where it got started.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I don't know how you all would answer. We kind of already answered
Yeah,
that, but I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone
I
wanted to
agree.
speak to that.
I agree. But at the same time, you want to get in when it's low. You want to buy low and sell high.
Right.
Like, if anybody knows anything about investing, that's like the basics of investing. So even though
Yeah.
it's low, that's the time to get in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If
And
Hmm.
you think it's
yeah.
low, go ahead, Ari.
And I like what you said earlier, Candace, because you said, like, for us, and this is not to brag, I do feel a little bit proud at times, but this is not to brag, but many of us on here, I think all three of us, we got into crypto when it was around, I remember I started when it was around like 2000, like it was around
Hmm.
Hmm.
$2,000.
Hmm.
So for me, 22,000, or you said it's sitting, I haven't even checked it today, but it's sitting around 20 something Yeah, no,
Yeah,
a
27.
thousand to me, that's not really low because I'm still in pretty good profit. Let's just say that
Right.
we're all in
Right.
pretty good
Yeah.
profit, right? If you're still holding it. So really just depends on when you got in. That's one, if you consider that low or high. And two, really everything has fallen. I mean, I was looking at the stock market. We talked about Shopify earlier. During the
Hmm.
pandemic, the stock market, which is the one thing that people usually trust, even over
Hmm.
crypto, because it's
Hmm.
established, probably because it's established. I mean, but Shopify stock was at over $1,000 at one point just a year or 2 years ago, and now it's down to like 40, $50 per share. So I
Hmm.
think everything right now, and you just got to look at the economy. One thing that I tell people is, if people are complaining about eggs, you know,
Right.
the where they're spending their money is going to be different. So
Hmm.
a lot of times it's not even that something's fake or something's bad. I mean, Shopify, I'm using that every single day. I mean, orders are coming in every day. So it's not that Shopify is fake. It's
Right.
not that Shopify is wrong. I mean, it's working great. I'm making money every day. We're selling tickets, we're selling journals every day.
Right.
I was just looking at it before I got on here to check our sales for the day. So it's not that anything's wrong with it. It's just what people are investing in because maybe they're holding on to their money a little bit more because of the economy.
Hmm.
If people aren't buying eggs, do you think they really want to have extra to maybe invest here and there? So sometimes it's just the economy, it's the times we're living in.
Right.
And then once you see the economy gets better, then a lot of times you'll see the stock market and crypto and other things get better. So I don't really always base on, I'm not like, oh, Shopify's bad because $42 per share right now. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, maybe people are just investing in something else right now because of their priorities. So just because it's low doesn't mean that I'm going to run away from it. So I hope that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. So, and I guess we can kind of end here. Or if you all have any other questions that we did not answer, feel free to put them in the chat. But one of the questions I asked some of my followers in my stories, like what questions that you all had, and one person, and it asked like, how can you assist me to learn and earn in the crypto market? So depending on how long you've been on here, it depends. So, because cryptocurrency is not just one
No.
thing, there's multiple things that you can do, to, learn about crypto or earn in cryptocurrency, because we have the coins, we have like we have again, like the staking and lending, we have the NFT space, the metaverse space, like there's tons of things that you can do, but depending on what it is that you want to do with it, just get in touch with either me or Ariana or Candace, depending on what it is you want to do. So like I said, within like, earning passively in cryptocurrency, no matter what the markets are doing, there's no guarantees on what the returns are going to be, just like there's no guarantee on what my returns for my IRA is going to be. Like there's no
Right.
guarantees on anything.
Right.
But you can, depending on who you follow, just get in touch with us. You can send us a DM and we'd be happy to give you more information and help you get started. It's things like that. You don't have to pay to be a part of it. You just literally open an account and you fund with your cryptocurrency, but we can explain all of that to you. Just get in touch with us. If it's with the metaverse, get Ariana's course. I can attest to that course. Like it
Thank
is,
you.
I got so much value
Thank
from
you.
that course.
Thank you.
Like
It's really good.
honestly, I got so much value from it. So that the link is in her bio for like if you want to find talk about platforms where you can do staking or lending. I talk about that in
Yeah.
my crypto guide. I also have a whole section about how to effectively manage your stress. The therapist in me came out. I was just like, listen, there's no need to get in the cryptocurrency space and let it just rule every day
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
life and spend so much time. Money in general is not worth. I know money is a very important thing, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. Money is it's not the most only important thing in life, but you cannot
Yeah.
fool yourself into thinking that it's not
You're
important.
right.
But just because it is important, it does not need to negatively affect your mental health. Money and mental health are directly correlated,
Hmm.
and a lot of people who don't understand that and who don't take care of their mental health and don't, manage their expectations, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency, they're more prone to make impulsive decisions
Hmm.
and do something that is not beneficial for their money.
So
So
true.
I go over ways to effectively manage your stress in that guide, but I just really wanted to say that, just to be honest with you all, like I have no reason to lie to y'all, like, but crypto is amazing, but it is not worth your peace.
No, it's
So,
not. You're right. It's not worth
right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any
Yeah.
other questions that I missed?
No, I was
I'm
just
trying
going
to go through this.
through to see if we missed any, but somebody
Yeah, I think.
said, "Hey,
Okay.
Ari."
Hi.
Thank you,
Hello
Dr.
there.
Howe. She said we've been
Thank
so
you,
informative. If you all
Dr.
have any
Mary.
follow-up questions, like if you know us or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you follow us, just send us a DM. Like I'm sure any of us will be happy to answer questions further. But we have had an awesome conversation.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Ari. I truly
Yes.
appreciate
Oh, of
it.
course. Thank you both for having me on here. I really appreciate you guys. It's been fun.
No problem. No
Yes,
problem. We
yes.
I
are
love talking about this stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
I
can
know you
talk
love
about it
talking
all night.
crypto, so it's an easy conversation.
Definitely.
Hmm
I love it.
All right, you guys. Well, we are going to end it there. And thank you all for joining. This was awesome. Again, follow all of us. Get in touch with us if you have any other follow-up questions. And we will talk to you all later. Take
Yeah.
care of
Bye,
yourself.
guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.